Before we dive in, hit like, subscribe, and mark your attendance. Class is in session. 16 years ago, we got a bridge, a blow-up, and a fabricated getaway car. Let's get into it. We open on the Manhattan side of the Brooklyn Bridge. Bethenny is nearly taken out by a taxi, the universe's attempt at a warning. Ramona's dressed like a hedge fund's second wife on her way to Zumba class. Their goal is to walk the bridge, meet Alex and Simon in Brooklyn, and process Bethenny's recent call to Jill. What Bethenny gets instead is a ride on the Ramona coaster. She tries explaining how the Jill feud went left and ended up all over the blogs. Ramona blames Bethenny.
You are a press-monger, and I think you really planted it.
She calls Bethenny self-serving, but Bethenny fires back. She reminds Ramona she shared her HSN line with her Twitter followers last week. Ramona doesn't back down.
At least I have friends. You have no friends. Who are your friends? You have nobody in your life. Right now you have Jason. You'll probably mess that up too.
Bethenny tears up.
I don't know that anyone's ever said meaner things to me than that.
Ramona does what Ramona always does when she's gone too far. A hard pivot. This time into another 2010 hot topic.
What do you think about Obama's health care?
Ramona finally offers a half apology.
I'm sorry I upset you.
Not sorry for what she said, but sorry you had feelings about it. Bethenny explains she called Jill. Jill had her on speaker for an audience. For Jill, everything is points on a scoreboard. For Bethenny, this is a grief spiral with a side of workplace bullying. Bethenny shares that her father is dying. Ramona, to her credit, manages to stay quiet long enough for Bethenny to finish a sentence. They reach the Brooklyn side. Alex and Simon are waiting, and Bethenny's never been happier to see them in her life.
Seeing Simon in red leather pants would have been a relief compared to what I just endured on that bridge.
Kelly, meanwhile, is terrorizing strangers in the name of Gotham magazine.
Are you wearing underwear?
We go to Luann, visiting her friend's high-end thrift shop to pitch a fundraiser. They suggest introducing her as the ambassador of style, and she doesn't protest, because if there's one thing Luann will never do, it's turn down an unearned title. Luann crashes at Jill's. She's usually staying in hotels, but wanted to experience the Zarin house. Jill's in her PJs, and Ginger is fumigating the room.
Ginger, what did you have for lunch today?
Jill tells Luann that Kelly and Bethenny made up at a lunch last week, and Jill is deeply unsettled. Jill's core belief, if I hate you, everyone on my bench hates you, and Kelly is going rogue.
Well, I don't like hypocrites. Kelly had communicated to me that she, wanted to have no relationship with Bethenny and that Bethenny wasn't her friend. And to me, if you lie about one thing that I find out about, what else are you lying about that I don't know about?
At the model casting for Brooklyn Fashion Week, Bethenny shows up with a suitcase. She's going to LA to try to visit her dad. She confides in Alex, and Alex's response is gentle, warm, and non-chaotic. Then Kelly arrives, and that goes right out the window.
If there's anyone that can pull me out of the doldrums, it's Kelly.
Ramona joins, and the casting begins. Bethenny has to leave for the airport, so Ramona seizes her chaos window like a producer spotting dead air. She says Jill's coming to her house on Wednesday, and Bethenny should think about coming by. Jill visits Alex's newly furnished townhouse and does damage control on her own behavior. Passive-aggressive healing with pretzels. Alex pivots to talking about Brooklyn Fashion Week. Jill is subtly annoyed that Ramona and Kelly were involved before she was. She wants in, and she wants Luann in, too. Then she asks the key question.
Are you inviting Bethenny?
Alex tries to tell Jill something is happening with Bethenny without betraying Bethenny's confidence. Jill reframes Bethenny's entire arc as greed, erasing the family trauma Alex is trying to spell out.
Bethenny is not the same girl I, was hanging out with 2 years ago. She's so driven to make money and to be successful at any cost.
The pot calling the kettle black doesn't even begin to cover it. We go to Ramona's closet. Jill and Luann, in a saucer-sized statement necklace that could stop a bullet and pick up basic cable, have arrived to collect clothes for the Cocktails and Couture event. The doorbell rings, and Ramona answers. It's Bethenny, back from LA. She's exhausted, gutted, and trying one last time. Ramona did not tell Jill she was coming.
No, I'm ambushed. I'm not doing this.
Jill Zarin, who has personally invented 14 varieties of ambush, is clutching her pearls. Bethenny's shaking, soft voice, giving a funeral speech for a friendship, while Jill acts like someone keyed her car.
There's nothing negative. I just wanted to say a few words. You don't have to be my friend.
Jill refuses, then agrees, then refuses again. Eventually they sit. Jill rewrites history as if Bethenny has been a one-sided taker for years.
I only have so much room, okay? And I gave you a ton of it. You were like my living room.
Bethenny points out Jill always thinks the worst.
I can't have the toxicity in my life anymore. I just can't.
That call is coming from inside the house. Luann keeps popping in to interrupt before anything resembling accountability lands.
Come on, let's go. We have a car waiting downstairs.
There was no car. Bethenny leaves a card for Bobby, says she's sorry she didn't call him directly after Jill said they were done. She didn't want to go over Jill's head, and she exits. Jill sobs to Luann about being sabotaged. Ramona can't understand why Jill is so furious when she did the exact same ambush with Bethenny and Kelly last year. Jill, who has staged more ambushes than Dateline, has suddenly discovered boundaries. 16 years later, are you Team Bethenny, Team Jill, or Team Ramona should be banned from conflict mediation? Let me know in the comments.